Good morning, everyone. Um, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, fellow partners, and fellow Nigerians. Um, I'm happy and very delighted that we're having this gathering today called the electorate. Everything about democracy is about the electorate. And I want to say that our organization, Atoye Go for Development Initiative, contributed significantly to the passage of the Electoral Act 2022. It was as if our survival depended on it. However, I haven't secured that victory. I want to call it victory, even though we know that Nigeria is still a work in progress, an electoral process. We realize that it's as if the political parties, the politicians, are really not committed to deepening our electoral democracy. For instance, what we see is political parties refusing to reform, political parties refusing to adapt. When it was time for us to criticize INEC, we did. And of course, when it was time also to commend INEC, we also did. On this note, I will say that I think the Independent National Electoral Commission has performed creditably well in terms of deepening our democracy, because they gave everything to it. INEC gave everything to the process of ensuring that indeed we meet the expectations and yearnings of Nigerians. And let me quickly say this. When INEC released a statement adjusting the process of the timetable by, I think, another 6 days, INEC received a lot of knocks from Nigerians. But I differed, and I said that every political party in Nigeria actually had asked for INEC to do that extension. And the 6 days that INEC gave, I don't think it was in the interest of any party at all. Let me say this. As we speak, there are parties. There are outstanding primaries in PDP, outstanding primaries in APC, and there are other smaller political parties who have not done theirs. Probably, if INEC had not done that shift, we would have run into a serious problem. I'm not making excuses for INEC. Those who know me know that I've bashed this commission more than anybody here. But look, let's say the truth when it matters. It didn't confer any advantage, just like I said. People said the candidate of PDP will help APC to decide, and other parties. But I said, just like I said, in my social media post, and I made it very clear. I said, look, the emergence of the candidate of PDP will complicate things further for the APC, and that's exactly what has happened. So it's not as if, I don't think INEC did that deliberately to confer any advantage on anybody, and I say without every sense of responsibility. So I want to say here that what matters for us is for us to understand certain things that is going on in our polity, which I believe that the INEC chairman will help us to address today in terms of questions around the credibility of our elections, in terms of election day voting. For instance, what about this sanctity of the process of casting the ballot? Let me advise the mind of the chairman and our commissioners. Vote buying has become a serious problem in Nigeria. One area in which INEC can help to avert and probably strengthen this process is the way and manner they set up the cubicle, the way and manner that they place the ballot box. The moment the vote buyers are unable to monitor the people that they give money, it will limit reasonably the process of monitoring their investment. An unfair process will always produce an unjust outcome. And this word goes directly to our political, and I want the chairman again to look at the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the Electoral Act. The commission has to be very firm with the political parties. I know you've been doing that, but there are enough windows to ensure that our political parties adapt to reforms. For instance, these political parties must maintain register, party register in soft and hard copies. If you have 10 million voter register, you must show it. And also let me also, we've written letters to the commission before in which we are seeking certain support to deepen our democratic process. Mr. Chairman, I'm making a public plea that we will want the support of the commission to really help to deepen our democratic process by forcing, I use the word forcing respectfully, forcing the political parties to adapt to reforms. They have to reform internally. It is not only INEC that should be reforming, the political parties must reform. Also, the citizens too, which some of us are talking to every day about the issue of vote buying. When they see that the political parties are doing the right thing, the people will also voluntarily do what is right. Don't forget that in 1999, a lot of people voted without collecting anything, even in 2003. But the desperation on the part of the political parties actually has become a problem. So we want to say what is more important now is we must ensure that we have a process that will deepen the participation of women and young people in politics. Women and youth are not appendages of political parties. They sell forms, 100 million, 40 million, and thereabout, and they will say we are giving women free forms or half price. That is not good enough. Women and young people are partners in nation building, and that is the commitment of Adopt Go. Women should not be seen as appendage of the patriarchy that is very chronic in our nation. Our political ecosystem is unfriendly to our women, to young people, and I believe that deepening this process of our elections will help to strengthen women participation. If we don't also address the issue of vote buying, a lot of women are not going to win election in 2023, those who have secured the candidates of their party. So INEC can also support in that in terms of how we strengthen the process of voting. Finally, Adopt Go is committed to every fundamental reform that will strengthen our democracy to increase the participation and representation of youth and women in politics. Having succeeded with the passage of the Electoral Act, we are focusing on voter integrity advocacy to curb the growing trend of vote trafficking and political party reform to ensure credibility and sanity in leadership recruitment process. We are firmly committed to democratic reforms that will translate to good governance, inclusion, and growth for Nigeria. On this note, I want to thank Yemi and his organization, Enough is Enough, and other partners for putting this together, and for all those who have come here today, let us have a robust engagement. And for the chairman for sparing his time, it's a very busy period for you and your commissioners. I want to say thank you, and let us put into use this process and also put in more sacrifice to help this country. We must not allow Nigeria to die. Thank you very much.